Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan, and today we are discussing what's going to happen, in my opinion, for the Utah versus Florida game. It's going to be played in Utah, and first of all, let's cover what happened last year. Last year, Florida did beat Utah, and Anthony Richardson had a pretty good game again, put him on the map when it came to things. He got a lot of notice from that game, and after that, he kind of dwindled off a little bit. He had a game against Kentucky afterwards, and it kind of showed that his flaws passing that they were serious flaws, but his talent is undeniable. He has a lot of talent, but he had a good run game that game. It was in the swamp in Florida, so he got a lot of things going in Florida's favor, and even then, a lot of the things going Florida's way when it came to just how they played and the environment. They only won by 3, and because of that, Utah had a chance to win late. Could have actually scored a touchdown, but they're around the 5-yard line, and Cam Rising threw a pick, so he tried to force it and just probably shouldn't have. Good play by the defensive guy though. But heading into this year, there was some breaking news for this stuff. It's looking like Cam Rising is not going to play the first game. Also, their starting tight end is not going to play either. Forgot his name. I'll put it up there. But it's looking like he's not going to play, and that makes a huge difference because that means Nate Johnson's going to look like he's going to be starting. And Utah seems pretty high on him. But Cam Rising, I'm pretty sure, has been starting for 3 years. He has won a lot of games. He's made some big plays. He is a winner. He is a winning player. So because of that, without him there, that's going to be a big drop. But you also got to look at Florida, what changes that they have since last year. Main one you got to look at is probably Anthony Richardson going to the draft, and you're filling him in for Graham Mertz. I've talked bad about Graham Mertz this whole summer. I don't think he's that good of a quarterback. I didn't see flashes that much of him from Wisconsin. I watch Wisconsin games at times. He didn't look like anything special, and I don't think if you're not looking like anything special in Wisconsin, when they usually just run the ball, so that gives you open plays to pass. When you're not efficient there, I don't think you'll be efficient in the SEC. That might be a me thing. But one thing is you got to realize, in my opinion, the one thing that I realized when I was watching Florida games from last year is that they let up a lot of points usually, but with that they usually are able to score. But it seemed like whenever their defense would play a pretty good game, their offense wouldn't, and when their offense would play a pretty good game, their defense wouldn't. For example, against Kentucky, they played a pretty good game defensively, but they couldn't score. But then they did a pretty good game offensively against LSU, and then their defense couldn't stop them. So you have games that Florida doesn't play good on both sides of the ball. You play good on one and bad on the other, or good on the other and bad on the other. So stuff like that. So when you look at this year for Florida, I like the run game. Overall. I think they have a good run game. One of the players that they have is, I'm pretty sure his name is Trevor Etienne. Could be wrong about that. I'll put it up if I said it wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's Travis Etienne's brother. And he looks very good. He's shown some flashes last year, and he has shown very much high potential, which is a very good thing. You need good guys on your team to actually win, of course. So he's one of those guys. And then you got Montrell Johnson. He looked pretty good at running back. They were able to help him out. And then you got Cam Carroll, who was another guy at running back who when I was watching the spring game that I saw was looking pretty good. So you got some guys at running back who look solid, which means the run game got to be pretty good. Run blocking got to be pretty good too, if that's the case. And the main receiver guy was Ricky Pearsall. He looks pretty good. He had some big plays last year. He's shown some flashes of very good. He's also pretty consistent too. Shows flashes of greatness, consistency of goodness, which is a good receiver in my opinion. And when you add that together, you really don't know what you're going to get. It doesn't look great, but Anthony Richardson, who was your main playmaker, who made a lot of great plays for y'all, also is pretty inefficient. So you might just get a less mobile Anthony Richardson when it comes to decision making, which is not a thing Florida fans want to see. But we'll see. We'll see what happens because they're going to have a test against Utah. And no matter what you say about Utah, they can win games. They can win pretty big games, or at least keep themselves in competition throughout the games. So you're going to have a tough game against Utah, no matter when you play them. If it's at Utah, it's going to be a tough place to play because they have shown time after time that I don't think they've lost at home the past 2.5 years, and because of that, this shows that this is one of the toughest places to play at. They're a super physical team. That's one thing that's been noted about them since I don't even know how long ago. For a while, they've been a very physical team. You had Cam Rising. He brought a lot of grit to this team, but with him not there, it's going to be interesting how this offense changes. Might be more of a run game. So if you're a Florida fan, you would probably want, if you're a Florida team too, just stack up the box more likely. Make them have to throw. Make them do those things. And defensively for Utah, their defense looks pretty good too. Only time they've had struggles against explosive quarterbacks. And like Anthony Richardson, Caleb Williams, people like that, they've struggled against. But this year, Graham Mertz they're not going to have to face out Graham Mertz. Not the most mobile guy in the world. And because of this, they can lock up defensively and coverage, and they're going to not have to worry about him running, which is a big thing in a run game with the running backs. They can stack the box because they play very physical no matter what. They're going to get that in practice. They're going to be probably ready for this. And when I made my video talking about the week summary or the week preview that I had, I did not think Cam Rising was not going to play. I thought he was, but because that he's not, my score probably going to change a little bit. And I think this game will be closer than that, than what I was expecting before. I had the first game going 14-35 in Utah's favor. This one, it's probably going to be a lot closer. I'm going to say this one's going to be 24. I'm going to go 24-17. I got Utah winning, though. I think this game is going to be very important for them. And again, Cam Rising come off an ACL injury, so yeah, like Kyler Murray, he's still having a rehab from that. He'll be ready in about week 4. So even if he had that in December, so when Cam Rising had it was around the same time, and he started the season about a week and a half, 2 weeks earlier. So some people heal different. He might heal different than he does, but that's still a big injury to bounce back from. But I got the score being 24-17. I got Utah winning this one because I just don't think Florida's going to make enough plays deep in the game that's going to matter enough. I mean, I think the bigger plays that are going to be the big difference in that stuff that they're able to make at home, I don't think they're able to make them at Utah. So I got Utah winning this one. And leave down in the comments what you feel about this, because I think this game can be very interesting now. And this is pretty much the first game of the week, I'd say, for college football. I know they have Nebraska versus Minnesota. I'm sorry. Nebraska versus Minnesota is also playing. But this is the main one. This is the main one of the games before Saturday. So I think everyone should be probably excited. I'd say I'm excited for it. I don't know how you are, but I'm pretty excited for this. So yeah, leave it in the comments what you feel about this. And yeah, hit the like button. Subscribe. I might be a little bit off today. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit off today. I'm just tired from school and stuff. Yeah, hope you all have a great day, y'all. Stay safe, and God bless y'all.